Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at the SPY, the IWM, the Qs, the DIA, the IYT, and the USO. We followed the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. What a day on Wall Street. 97 million though, it's picking up. So we got a little more participation going into the jobs report. You know, if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's good. As long as they're doing the free money policy and Grandma Yellen is just keep throttle to the floor. It doesn't really matter. They're just going to keep doing it. But looking at on a daily basis at the SPY, this is consolidation, but classic distribution. Each big institution or hedge fund, they're just taking turns. My turn, your turn, my turn, your turn. They just keep doing it. Here we get a gap up on the jobs report, then they try to push it. No action. Push it back, inside bar, try it again, comes back around, gets below the 20, pops up, comes back in. Now we have a little doji. Volume wasn't bad, I'll give them that much, but we are below the 382 now. But again, do they try to pop it up and go for the all-time highs, and the next day pulls back, does the same thing? If we do this the next 2 months, 3 months, I am going on vacation, let me tell you. But we're still below the 20. I still want to see, this thing come to the 50 MA, get below the 214.27 area. Then I think the selling is going to be on. If it stays above the 20, I'm like a broken record here. If it stays above the 20 moving average, then we'll go up into this area. If we capture the 220, then we could possibly go to 223 to 225. If you're not short, then you want to short there. September should be an interesting month, though, so we'll take it day by day. But this is an inside bar bearish pattern now, so let's see if this prevails. But ultimately, macro bull, micro bear. Weekly chart. Weekly chart, I'm still saying, we'll wait for the close tomorrow. So tomorrow's a big day for technically. If we close above this area, 220, then I think we can move up. If this thing breaks down, we are definitely going to sell, and I think we are going to sell hard. So upside limited, downside risk. I'm thinking 198.69 again, upside 225. Monthly, same thing. We didn't close above this big green candle on a monthly basis. We do have a doji. If this market wants to move up, I want more volume and more conviction, and I want to close above the all-time high, which is 219.60. And you know what? I want to close above 220 on a monthly basis. Then, with more volume, then I think we're going higher. Let's look at the Qs. Qs, same crap. I'm tired. Except the inside bar is playing out. We're waiting for it tomorrow. They could gap it up, gap it down. I don't know what the jobs report is going to be. But every day, these guys come in. Someone's coming in. It's got to be Grandma. This time she had Uncle Ben on the back telling her, this is how it's done. Brings it all the way back to double top. Tries to get above it, comes back, pulls back, nice sell, back up, inside bar. If this had more time, I'd be shorting it right here. Weekly. Actually, that's a daily. No, oh no, that was a 10-minute. Look at that, nice inside bar right to the top. Let's see if we could continue up tomorrow. Daily chart, same thing, just floating around. We are below the 20 MA, but tomorrow's a wild card. Either they're going to dump it out or try to come back to the all-time high. If you are bullish in these markets, you need to get above the 118.78 area, then it could continue up to the 120 and then maybe a little bit more. If you are bearish, if this inside bar plays out, or if we go down, I think we'll fill this gap right here. Then I think we're going to fast track down to this. When they sell this market from this staircase up, it's going to be the elevator down. Weekly, same thing. Gets up here, little umbrella top until we close above the high. I don't believe this thing's going anywhere. And if they have a stellar jobs report, they better push the volume, and I want to see this thing rip through this area and get above 120. I don't want to see this little, oh, help me, can we do it? Can we do it? Are we squeezing? Are the weak shorts, are they covering? And then Janet comes back, and then we have 50 million on a big jobs report. It just will be pathetic. Monthly, same thing. We did close above this high. We did close above this this green candle. Like I said, I want to close above the 118.78. Let's make it the even number of 120. Then maybe I'll be a believer this market could go a little higher. Just a move like this from 2009, this is stupid. I mean, it's just like this. It's just like the .com. Look at the .com. Oh my gosh, it's going to go on forever. And then boom. And then it came right back up, 2007, boom. And then here we go again. It's the same crap, same Fed, same easy money policy. This is going to end bad. IWM. Had a long day today, people. So daily, same thing. We're right at that 123.45. Just can't get above. Every time it does, comes right back in. Tries, comes back in, tries. But we are above the 20, the 50, and the 200. So it is slightly bullish. But again, bullish patterns fails at highs, period. Until we get above that area and get to recapture the 126, 127 area, then fill the gap up here, then maybe, again, I've been preaching this one over and over. If the IWM isn't leading the markets up, this is talking to us. This should be leading. This should be at the all-time highs, just ripping right now, and it isn't. I mean, it's slowly trying to go up on no volume, but again, nice curve, umbrella top, little bit of dojis and spinners. We are going to close tomorrow on the weekly, so we'll see what this brings us. I am bearish. I'd like to see a close below this here. I'd like to see just a dump out tomorrow, to be honest with you. But if it moves up, we'll move up into probably the 125, 126 area, then we'll see how it reacts. But come on, there's no pattern here. It's just like a light float on no volume. It's pretty pathetic. Monthly, same thing, 123.43, and didn't close on a monthly basis, but we did get above this green candle, so it is slightly stronger, slightly bullish, but we're into this big breakdown, bearish pattern breakdown, and it's coming back up. So whoever were the bag holders up here, they're dumping. They're slowly going, you know what, I'm done. I don't believe these markets. Again, if we get above the 127 area, gap fill, and then we go for the all-time high, 129.13 or so, I'll be a believer. Russell 2000 lagging, not good. Let's get into the Dow. The Dow 16 cents up, daily. We're still below. This was a nice little, you know, this could potentially be a head and shoulder here. If we go up and we don't get above this area and we start coming down, you know what? I'm going to stick this in here. This right here. I'm gonna. Well, I guess you could go here too. Here, you know, we'll cut it here. Here's the line in the sand. If we get below this, then it's going to sell. I think we're going to go up, maybe retest the highs, and then come back down. Again, jobs report, anything's possible. Weekly, still chopping around. But, you know, weekly, not bad. You know, we have a slightly bullish pattern. But, you know, this little down, little follow through on selling. Now we're basing here. We'll see how we go. Again, tomorrow, wild card. Monthly, didn't close above this candle, still chopping around. We are going sideways. If we go another couple months in this pattern, we could possibly be moving up. Again, volume disappearing. So until we get a little more volume, I'll be a believer in these markets. The IYT on the, well, we'll go to the monthly last. IYT still holding this moving average, kind of chopping up and down. It had a pretty good day today. I don't know why, but apparently they're trying to get this one up higher. We tried tacking the 129.99 or 142.99 area. Just couldn't get through. The high of the day was 142.94, and it was rejected. If you look at the 10-minute chart, right out of the bat, they were like, yeah, let's go, squeeze, 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 and then they dumped it. Bullish or bearish pattern, popped it up, and then kind of chopped around at the end of the day, caught a bid. All the shorts covered, saying, you know what, we gave it a shot. Daily, still bullish above all the MAs. If you're bearish, you're looking to recapture all these, get below them, and then I think the selling will be on. If you're bullish, the 144.41 area, and then you gotta keep going. You know, then you have more resistance up here around the 145, 146 area. If it does get through this high, this pivot, then we'll definitely go into the 146 area, and we could get a monster bid tomorrow on the good jobs report for all I know. Weekly chart, good bullish pattern. We are above the MAs. As long as it stays above here and keeps consolidating, it should be building pressure to move up. If this pattern fails, we are going down. Monthly until we get above this 20 MA, and this concerns me too. Here we are. They're trying to pump it up, and with the jobs report, they can actually get it above this. But this is resistance up in here, and you have the 750. So it looks like we tapped it today. Let's see. 143.16 is the high. Nope, almost tapped it. But tomorrow, you know, they could gap this thing up and do a gap and go. This is slightly bullish, but we are in an inside bar bearish pattern. They need to get it above the 20 MA if they want this thing to continue up. And another thing, lagging indicator. If this one should be leading the markets as well as the IWM, and they're not. These two are talking to us. Unless we get all, this is my scenario. We start getting a bid on here, start getting a bid on the IWM. Those start leading the way. CNBC starts hyping everything up, but then you see the SPY and the Qs start turning down, where this will be like one last push. You see the SPY, the Qs, the DIA starting to turn, then this is just going to go to double top and then boom, right back down. I've seen it before. It's the same crap they do over and over and over. Let's get to the USO. Man, oh man, what a day on this one. Everyone was bullish. Oh man, this thing's right here. Oh, and then starting here. Oh, you got to buy, you got to buy. Bam, went right to this breakdown bar. All the bag holders who were holding it here became sellers. Boom, inside bar. Bam, bam, bam. 3 bars down. This we covered half the short today. We had the SCO, and of course we took it off early. That thing went to like 102, and we were in at like 81.17. It went to 101. That was an epic trade. Wow. But again, we were telling everyone up here, go short, go short. Hope you listen. And the reason why, the weekly. Weekly has a 3-bar surge into this big resistance area, this breakdown bar. No way. It's going to stall out. You can't have 3 days, 3 weeks up and not a pullback. And what an epic pullback. The only thing that will save this is the jobs report. And Yellen has to dump the dollar to make oil go up. Oil goes up, though. There goes their little stimulus package. You know, they had QE1, 2, 3. QE4 is the stimulus, the oil stimulus. But now it's coming back in. We did come into the 750 retrace that held it and the even number of $10. We're going to see if we set up sideways. Let's go back to the daily. Now what we're looking for, well, we're looking for, if this thing's bullish, it needs to recapture these MAs. But right now we're below. This thing is bearish. And look at the follow through on these candles on volume. So that's one thing here where a lot of people came in and covered their shorts, because you have some pretty good volume today on this one. 59 million. Yesterday we almost had half. So someone is covering their shorts and taking the profit because going into tomorrow's news. Dollar goes up, oil's going to tank. I think next level is 975. Then down in here around 921. And then we could possibly go lower. Let's go to the weekly. I can show you this a little bit better. We have a trend line coming up. We have the 750 retrace. But if this thing starts to dump out tomorrow, this is a weak chart. We'll see how it reacts around the $9 level. If it bounces there, then we'll wait for a retrace and possibly short. If the markets start to dump, I think we're going to double bottom at 767. And I'll tell you one more time, I have it on the monthly. I have it drawn in. Whoa, what's going on? Where is it? 646. This thing starts to break down. This is a bearish pattern, an inside bar bearish pattern. If we crack this low, we're going into the 6s. And if we go into the 6s, you want to load up with both hands because this market will bounce. That's if everything's dumping, this thing is going down. We had a short on the USO. We did cover half, I think, today or yesterday, and it was a great trade. And we're going to keep riding the last half and see if we could get it down to at least another 50 cents would be nice. You know, we look for 10%, 15%, and then I'm happy with that. I'm out. That's why I took the SCO. We got a little over 10, and thank you very much. And now we're still in this one, so we're going to collect. We had Halliburton too. We covered that one, and that was it. All right, guys. Hopefully these videos are helping someone out there. Thanks for watching again. God bless. See you on the charts.